Creator of all that is, ubiquitous, encompassing, profound. Tuning into this energy of the divine is humbling and empowering all at once. That is one of the mysteries, the minuscule and the majuscule. Our part right here, right now, is why we are here, why we are tuning in. We are our purpose. Consider no predator and no prey, just us awash in divine energy with all its movement and play. When we do this, there is peace within. When there is peace within, there is gratitude. Where there is gratitude, there is clarity and direction that we are here to take responsibility. Now that we know who we are of source, of creator energy, and so it is.
Hello, my name's Ron Vroman. I'm the old white man talking head for the Oregon Statewide Jural Assembly. Coming to you from our Oregon headquarters, 14725 Southwest Glenbrook Road, Beaverton. Oh boy, that's nice. Looks good. I'm a little snaggletooth, but the rest of it looks pretty good. I want to show this. I learned how to fold it. Again, I don't retain all of those things. I have to look them up. Like a dictionary, you have to know where to look up the proper things. Here's another thing. Yes, there we go. I'm the court clerk for our Article 3, 1 Supreme Court, claiming original jurisdiction, Article 7 of Oregon's Constitution, 1859, coupled with Amendment 7 in suits in common law, where we have to have a common law court of record to do the work on Oregon. And it has to be a proper court. And the proper court must be according to Amendment 7. So we have that court on Oregon. So that's who we are. The Oregon Statewide Jural Assembly, OSJA.org. The Jural Provisional Government on Oregon. We did the work. There's no rebuttal. And it's all published. So, how do you become Article 1, Section 1 on your state or territory? You comply with social compact. And how do you make a social compact? A social compact must be large enough so that when you call for a grand jury, one appears. Then you have a social compact. Then you can lawfully take an action. Before that, not so much. So that's who we are, and that's who I am, the old white man talking head that's explaining to you what's happening, an update on Oregon. We are versus the state of Oregon, upper and lower case, aka all caps state of Oregon, a subdivision of the United States of Washington District of Columbia, Inc., in some form of martial law since March 1861, except on Oregon. We have implemented ex parte Milligan. We are that one Supreme Court claiming original jurisdiction on Oregon without rebuttal. So then, that court, that provisional government, is against the state of Oregon and the state of Oregon's oligarchy. That's what it is. They know that they are in misprision of felony, or they have morphed into accessories after the fact, and they're on their way to treason. That's where the Salem oligarchy stands. And our court has been on this path for a while. One of our major efforts is to provide Oregon with constitutionally correct and ORS 206 correct and DPSST correct and county correct human resources and recorder sheriffs, filling the office of sheriff, providing us with legitimate jural deputies, patrolling, and jailers and bailiffs doing their job for a legitimate judiciary on Oregon that we don't have. We have de facto. So, how are we going to do this? It has been a challenge. The current challenge is sheriffs. And briefly and quickly, we had a grand jury that presented true bills to an Article 3, one Supreme Court claiming original jurisdiction, Amendment 7, Article 7, on Oregon, met in front of the Marion County Courthouse and provided a verdict that the sheriffs were not legit and were not proper, and they needed to take care of this and correct it. So then we gave them a sample of what a proper oath looked like. It's not just one line on a sheet of paper signed by a judge that doesn't have proper credentials and not even registered with the recorder on a county, except for two. Two counties had it properly recorded. So we're doing our best all the way down the line. And the audit, we haven't even gotten to an inventory. The audit proved that not one of our sheriffs is legitimate. So then you read ORS 206 and it says when that happens, the county commissioners, the people in charge of the county's political voice, will remove that sheriff from office because he cannot properly fill it. And that's the position we're at right now. Yesterday, I called from the advertisement that the Yamhill County Commissioners have on the internet, and I spoke to a person there who I've spoken to before. We have exchanged cards in the past. I didn't identify myself. And I asked her if they really meet at 10 o'clock on Thursday. She says, except for today, they're not doing it today, but they will be doing it from now on. I said, the 11th and 18th? And she said, yes. I said, I'd like to speak there and a couple more coming with me. How do we go about doing that? She says, well, you go to the podium and sign in that morning before the meeting. Okay, is the 18th good? Yep, the 18th's fine. Can we give to the commission written documents at that time, instruments of our being? She said, yes, of course. So at 10 a.m. on Thursday, September 18th, at the Yamhill County Courthouse in the basement, room 32, the Oregon Statewide Jural Assembly will be providing the Yamhill County Commissioners with what is proper in the way of a sheriff and what their duties and obligations are when they do not have what is proper. And we'll see what the results of that are. And I yield.
This is Kim, one of the people on Oregon. Where are our sheriffs? For the last several months, we have posted and made available what we worked on as a proper oath for the persons in our governance. Sheriffs are our first effort at insisting on a proper oath, for it is the sheriffs who are here in their county position to protect and defend the people. Protect them from what, some might say? From ticketing or sending people to an illegitimate amended Article 7 court that should not be. From governance overreach and taxation, they should assist seniors in the prevention of their eviction, from their loss of equity, their forever home, and all that they possess. Our Article 3, Amendment 7 Civilian Common Law Court of Record has made numerous visits and relentless communications to our county sheriffs on Oregon to offer a remedy from victimization of the people. How, you might ask? It is like a shift in the mind. It is the recognition of one's allegiance to life and to that which is God-given, rather than criminalizing living God-made beings for a dead corporate entity. Our sheriffs are our first protection against governance overreach. The significance of elected government officials taking a proper oath to the original jurisdiction constitution circa 1859 is a tremendous recognition. The oath is a promise to our God self, to our Creator God, and to people, not persons. Such a dejuration, taking a solemn oath, is needed for there to be remedy in our authoritative system of governance. Once a sheriff can make the shift, they can see themselves among the people, rather than a corporate entity meant to enforce our compliance to the bidding of the state. This cognition promises to be a release of tension, greater freedom, and cooperation. Let it be so. I yield.
They do not want to let go of this. They do not intend on losing here. And we do not intend giving it back to them.
And then the bullets started flying. And then he jumps out of the car. And he's got both his hands up. And he got out of the car, and he had his hands in the air. He's like, just shoot me then. This is what you want, to shoot me. And they did. They shot him dead. With his hands in the air, and I saw it. I swear to God. He was just walking with his hands in the air. And they shot him. And they shot him dead, and then after he was down on the ground, they shot him 3 more times.